Are you serious? Are you serious? Everybody just calm down. Just calm down. Get some coffee and just calm down, all right? But it's getting crazy out there. I've got some breaking news. I'm going to share it with you in just a moment. But first, let me put a shout out, if I could right now, for www.pastorpaulgold.com. That's www.pastorpaulgold.com. If you're over 40 years old and you're planning to retire someday, the window to protect what you've built may be smaller than you realize. Okay, here's a question most people never ask. Is your portfolio built for what's coming next? Many investors in their 40s and 50s discovered they have little to no exposure to precious metals. That means their savings are largely tied to the markets or policies and paper assets with very little protection if conditions change. And believe me, as I'm going to show you, they're changing. As retirement moves from someday to on the horizon, protecting what you've already built becomes just as important as growing it. That's where Noble Gold comes in. They're helping investors reduce their risk by adding physical gold to their portfolios. That's right, gold, a biblical currency. And right now may be a smart time for you to check in with Noble Gold Investment. There's no pressure. There's no sales gimmicks. Just clear answers and a strategy built around your goals. Find out about it right now. Go to www.pastorpaulgold.com or call them on the phone at 877-646-5347. And if you qualify, and you probably do, they'll give you this coin, 3 ounces of pure silver of Thomas Jefferson. What? 3 ounces? Guys, silver's at $92 an ounce right now. 3 times 92, that's almost a $300 coin. They'll give it to you for free to help you jumpstart your retirement funds today. Tell them Pastor Paul Begley sent you. You'll be glad that you did.
Gold reached a record high on Tuesday, driven by lower than expected U.S. inflation data and ongoing geopolitical and economic uncertainties, while silver also hit a new peak. U.S. core CPI rose 0.2% month-on-month and 2.6% year-on-year in December, strengthening bets on Federal Reserve rate cuts later this year. Investors see lower interest rates as favorable for non-yielding metals, amid safe haven demand amid tensions involving U.S., Iran, and the Ukraine. Trump's comments pushing for meaningful rate cuts and the criminal investigation into the Fed Chair Jerome Powell added to market volatility, CNBC reported. Commerce Bank raised its 2026 year-end gold forecast to $4,900 an ounce, while silver, platinum, and palladium also saw gains in volatile trading. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced that the Justice Department authorized the seizure of Washington Post reporter Hannah Natansen's devices in a classified leak investigation, reigniting debate over press protections. Bondi said she rescinded previous guidance shielding journalists from searches, emphasizing that the probe involves classified material that could endanger U.S. service members. Agents seized Natansen's work and personal laptops, phone, and smartwatch, while the Post also received a subpoena for communications with a Department of War contractor, who is accused of leaking classified intelligence. The Post executive editor called the actions, quote, extraordinary, and raised concerns about constitutional protections for journalism, Fox News has reported. Bondi stressed that the Justice Department can retrieve classified material even if reporters possess it unknowingly, framing the action as a matter of national security rather than press freedom. Democratic Representative Robin Kelly introduced articles of impeachment against Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem following the fatal shooting of Renee Nicole Good by an ICE officer in Minneapolis. Kelly alleges Noem obstructed Congress, violated public trust, and engaged in self-dealing, and claims that she has the support of 70 members of Congress. Noem and the Trump administration have defended the agency's actions, calling the incident an act of domestic terrorism, while local officials have disputed that narrative. House Democratic leaders have not endorsed the impeachment, and the effort is unlikely to succeed in the Republican-controlled House, The Guardian reported. The move comes amid broader Democratic debate over how to respond to aggressive ICE enforcement tactics, including potential funding restrictions.
The world is experiencing an alarming series of apocalyptic events, historic weather disasters, earthquakes, droughts, wildfires, impending economic collapse, the rise of AI. In Revelation 9/11, Pastor Paul Begley and Pulitzer-nominated journalist Troy Anderson investigate if these are the true signs of the end times. Is this the final meeting of current events and prophecy referred to in the Bible? Revelation 9/11. Order it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Target.com.